Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Microsoft Pulse. We're here with Tom Duff and Tamara Bredemus and our new dog, Maggie, who you may hear crying in the background because I'm not touching her. So, we're going to get started going through the Microsoft roadmap so you don't have to. We're going to go over what's new, what's changed, what's in development, meaning Microsoft is working on it, what's rolling out, which means it's starting to show up in the tenants, and what's launched. Then we've got a brief, just one item in the canceled section, and we'll go over that in case you were pinning your hopes on that one. So, Tom, why don't you get us started with in development?
There were a lot of things in development this week.
Yeah.
So I will try to keep myself to the Copilot one so you can have time with other ones.
Okay.
So if you are a person who administers calendars for other people and things are delegated to you, now in Copilot, you're going to be able to do calendar searches for email delegates. So delegates with existing calendar access of other users can now search for meetings using Copilot chat, helping to save time and streamline processes. So you're not having to bounce back and forth between who am I searching for? It's going to go across everything. So that's really good if you're managing the calendars for like 4 or 5 execs. That'll help you a lot. Coming out in November, going out to worldwide. Microsoft Copilot, generate a formula with Copilot from the grid upon hitting enter. I'm sorry, upon hitting equal. Type equal anywhere in your grid or in the formula bar and let Copilot generate formulas from natural language, making complex calculations easier and faster. So that'll be really nice. And the fact that you don't have to figure out exactly what the settings are, you can just say, hey, I need a formula that will do X, Y, Z, and it will attempt to give that to you and allow you to try it out and see whether or not that works for what you want. Again, that is also coming out in November for Excel and Copilot to the worldwide tenant. Um, and you also have, very similar in nature, in Excel, you can type equal Copilot function directly within Excel formulas to generate, classify, and summarize text and data. I think that's going to be cool. I keep looking for it. It hasn't hit our tenant yet, but I really want to try that one out because it had some cool little options that you could just say, hey, Copilot, give me the top 10 airports in the US, and it will give you like the 10 airport codes. I'm like, this is awesome. So that's coming out. That'll be fun to play with. Let me see. Trying to make sure I don't step on your feet for other ones here. One thing that I think we have talked about this in the past, but in Microsoft Teams, you're going to be able to put emojis in your section names. So, like your favorites area, if you have new sections you've added out there, you'll be able to put a little emoji at the beginning of the name. So it'll be a little bit easier to find it in your list of all the different things you've got down the left-hand side in your Teams environment. That's coming out in November worldwide. Keep going. Oh, another one that I really love, Microsoft Teams, open channels in a new window. So you can now open channels in a separate window to stay on top of multiple conversations at once. This is great if you have a channel that's got a lot of activity to it. And you kind of want to have it open on a second monitor so you don't have to keep moving around in Teams to keep coming back to it and see if anything's come out. You can just leave it there and see it. So you can multitask, but we all know we're not supposed to do that, but we're going to do it anyway. So that's in December coming out, worldwide tenant and Teams. And I think I'm going to throw it back to you. One more. Almost throwing it back to you. Use Copilot to get a detailed and contextual explanation. So users are going to be able to click on explain this on an acronym, text box, an image, or even a complete slide and get a detailed contextual explanation of the selected object. So that's going to be cool. It says PowerPoint that this is coming out for. So I don't know if this is only going to be something where you can say explain this if you're looking at a PowerPoint slide deck, or if that's going to be coming out to some other things like pages, things like that. I hope it will go out beyond just PowerPoint, but for right now, they're talking November, PowerPoint, and Copilot, and that's worldwide. So keep an eye open for that. That'll be great to get you specific information on particular topics that you're seeing on your screen. With that, go ahead and carry us away with other things.
Sure. Microsoft Viva, unread news notifications in connections. So, after further review, Microsoft has decided to delay this to a later date. They apologize for any inconvenience, but it's set now to come out for November 2025. So users will receive a weekly notification in the Connections app in Microsoft Teams on mobile and desktop, linking them to relevant SharePoint news that they might have missed in the preceding week. This unread news will be available in the News tab in the Connections app under the unread pill. You can take this pill or this pill. All right. Microsoft Teams share meeting recap to SharePoint. I think this is going to be fabulous for projects or any programs that you're looking to build. So you'll have everything all in one place to refer to. So meeting organizers and presenters can share meeting recap notes and follow-up tasks directly from Teams to SharePoint as a news post, facilitating the seamless sharing of post-meeting follow-up details. And then also Microsoft Viva, focus area simplification and enhancements. So beginning with this feature, focus area will be associated with survey cycles and goal periods will be retired. Users will be able to select the same focus area across multiple cycles, and the focus area overview report will be filterable to groups of interest. That'll be for managers only. Draft and deleted focus areas will no longer be included in the focus area calculations. So that's due out in November. Then we has
we has them.
We do. We has them. We has immersive events in Microsoft Teams.
We don't have legs, but we have immersive events.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be able to host virtual events, interactive virtual events with avatars and customizable 3D spaces. Schedule immersive events from your Teams calendar and join events directly in Microsoft Teams on PC or Mac. Organizers can customize an immersive events 3-day space with images, videos, and 3D models. No coding skills required, and attendees can mingle in the 3D space and engage with different features that provide a rich interactive experience. Now, I'm with you. I was one of the people who was like, oh, great. I'm glad they're really developing this thing that no one's using. And why don't they fix other things first? But I think this is going to be great for cities and states or any construction company that has a huge build where you've got tons of people, thousands of people perhaps, working on this one project. You can create this interactive space which has the surrounding area. And then you can use the 3D models to actually build what you're going to build. So people can actually get measurements from them and ideas. So I think that's going to be very useful for the right audience.
Okay.
And then front of room control for town hall and webinar in Teams rooms on Androids. So when a Teams room on Android is invited as a meeting presenter, the front of room display defaults to the attendee view. Presenters always have full control from the console, including the green room and offstage management, and can switch in the front of room display to presenter view without impacting attendees. Yep, this is available in Teams Rooms Pro. And then we've got custom search filters in Outlook. Users can create custom search folders in Outlook to automatically surface emails that match specific criteria, such as a sender, subject keywords, categories, date ranges, among other things. Search folders update in real time and give you a focused view of messages that matter most without moving them from their original location. I'm excited about that. And then we have a new organization chart in the profile card for the web and desktop. An update document library user interface. This one has me a little freaked out because they start off the description or the details with, we're updating the SharePoint document library experience to more closely align with the user experience in OneDrive. What?
That's a little confusing.
I don't like that user experience. While making it easier than ever before to access the valuable functionality unique to document libraries. When you're working in a document library, we've brought custom views and filters front and center, just like in OneDrive. We've also redesigned the command bar to help you take action faster. All your new customization tools are now grouped under one simplified menu, making it huge and cumbersome. They didn't put that in there. Making it easy to apply conditional formatting to organize items by metadata in seconds. I'm going to hold my breath on that one.
Yeah, okay. But everybody's getting it.
All right. Okay, Microsoft Defender for Office 365, message warnings for messages with malicious URLs in Teams. I think this is great. Messages in Teams that contain malicious URLs will now be automatically detected, and a warning will be displayed directly on the message. Then we also have a new policy setting to require explicit consent for recording and transcriptions of Teams and 101 calls. And in Outlook, expanded conditions for conditional formatting in the new Outlook for the web and Windows. So the new Outlook for web and Windows now offers expanded conditional formatting options, allowing you to do things like highlight emails based on size, read read status, presence of an attachment, flag settings, categories, or importance. And these enhanced rules will make it easier to identify critical messages at a glance and visually organize your folders. So I like that. And then also in Microsoft Teams, there's search for images. So you can search for images by message content, people, or where they were shared, and see results as you type. Filter to show only images or explore them in the dedicated images tab, all from the search bar. And then chat with anyone who has an email address. I can't wait to see this come out because I would like to chat with Tom.
Even though we're in rooms back to back.
Yeah, I hate shouting. So start a chat with anyone who has an email address, even if they're not on Teams. They'll receive an email inviting them to join your chat session as a guest, and you'll be able to chat, share files, and start calls all within Teams. I hope they're going to allow you to lock some of that down, because I say share files, and the first thing that happens is I go whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
whoop,
that
whoop.
just set off alarms all over the place.
Yeah. And then roll back all devices. This is a Microsoft 365 cloud update. So you can use rollback devices to quickly revert updates for all devices managed by Cloud Update on the latest N0 release of monthly enterprise channel. This feature helps recover devices to previous versions of Microsoft 365 apps in the event an issue occurs with the following update. Updates can be resumed from the portal or with the next release of the monthly enterprise channel. It works for organizations of any size and delivers a quick and efficient recovery method.
And that, that really is applicable to today with the AWS outage going on.
Yeah.
How often do you get something that pushes through? It's like, oh, that didn't work as expected, and takes things down. This will enable you to get
back
back,
it
yeah,
up.
really quickly. So this should make a lot of difference.
And that's all I had in development. What do you have in rolling out, sir?
So going into rolling out, so for Outlook calendars, you're going to have calendar support for copying, cutting, and pasting events and appointments. So now you're going to be able to copy, cut, and paste meetings and appointments on calendars in the new Outlook using your typical Control C, X, and V, and that will be really nice in the fact of not having to drag things around or copy them over manually and stuff like that. So that'll be really nice. Outlook new scheduling and event creation experience. So the Outlook and Teams calendars will receive an update to the scheduling and event creation experience. Additionally, new capabilities will be available in this experience to help streamline and enhance scheduling with Copilot. That may have just hit our tenant today because somebody posted in one of our channels going, I don't like this. So yeah, there's a little bit of moving cheese going on, I think, with this one. So if you see something looking really different with scheduling, that's what's going on now. And the very last one I'll mention is in Microsoft Teams forward message links. So when someone forwards a message in Teams, you'll now be able to click a link that takes you straight to the original chat or channel where it came from. Note the link works only if the recipient has access to the original conversation. So this is nice where you quote something or you forward it to somebody. Like, okay, this is great for the little message, but I really need context. Having that link, you can click on there and get right back to the context of everything. So that's awesome. I'm loving that change. So
Fabulous. I'm just hoping that noise canceling is really working in Teams because of the dog behind me.
I do not hear anything.
Oh, that is such a good thing. Okay. So, Mike by Adobe Engine. So, Microsoft Edge will launch a new version of the built in PDF reader that's powered by Adobe's PDF rendering engine. The new PDF reader ensures that there's no loss of functionality and delivers an enhanced PDF experience. The experience includes richer rendering, improved performance, strong security for PDF handling, and greater accessibility. Anything that adds to the ability of everybody being able to consume that information, I'm all for.
And I think this might be really nice too, because one of the projects I've been working on involves having PDF files that had embedded attachments. And apparently, most browsers do not handle embedded attachments where you click on them and have them work. Kind of have to like right click
Ah,
and do weird stuff. But PDF, Adobe does. Actually, so does Firefox. You can click on those and they launch the attachment directly. So I'm thinking, in browser, using Edge, whatever, this may make it to where embedded attachments now actually work when you click on them. So I think that would be really cool.
great. And then SharePoint e-signature free text field support. So SharePoint e-signature users would be able to add custom free text fields to their request documents. This new e-signature field can be used to request information such as address, full name, things like that from the signers. And then the last one I'll touch on is Outlook multi-select capability for calendar categories. I'd like to point out that we had this before and it's just coming into new Outlook for Windows. In new Outlook for Windows, users can now apply more than one category to their calendar events from the right-click context menu. Selected categories will be indicated with a check mark within this menu. This specific update is for applying multiple categories to an event. Tom, do you want to take what's launched?
Sure. Copilot Dashboard Team Views. So scoped access enables managers to view Copilot insights specific to their own organizations, both on the Copilot dashboard and in additional Copilot reports on the report page. This allows leaders at different levels to monitor adoption and impact within their teams while respecting organizational boundaries and privacy. Admins can configure access criteria and set minimum thresholds. That should be out. Worldwide tenant in Viva and
Fabulous.
Copilot.
Great. And then we only have one canceled, and that's Microsoft Intune. The Intune suite, Microsoft Tunnel Gateway Scaling, increased the number of clients supported per Tunnel Gateway server from 5,000 to over 20,000 per server. This is canceled. This feature is no longer planned, not delayed, not postponed, but canceled.
It's gone.
No soup for you. So that's what's new and what's changed on the Microsoft roadmap. Thanks so much for joining us today. We hope to see you back here next week. Tom, you have anything to say?
Is the dog still crying?
The dog has stopped crying.
Okay, good. Apparently the dog did not like the fact I closed my door.
No, she did not.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Have a great day. Bye now.
Bye.